Chasing Rainbows really comes from the whole idea of when you're a child, you're taught that at the end of a rainbow lies a pot of gold. You know, it's like something special. On the album, I'm referring to my music career. You know, trying to reach the big time, trying to get to that point where you have the ultimate success. So that's the whole idea of Chasing Rainbows, and the song where I use the line, which is called Follow the Lie, it's really a story of life on the road. It's quite a simple song where I talk about how I feel emotionally when I'm touring all the time.
The sun is shining through the trees, I'm gazing at the sky. Not long ago the winter freeze was taking its toll on me, and there are people all around me struggling to make ends meet, while those who are responsible are living down on easy street.
Well, Easier That Way was a song inspired by a movie called Inside Job, which was narrated by Matt Damon, and I saw this film a couple of years ago, and I was really quite strongly affected by it, because the movie basically explains how the whole financial crisis of 2008 actually started.
So you decided it's your day to be free, and you know that it won't be long till you abandon me.
Well, my band have been the same, really, give or take one or two musicians since I started a solo career. And you know, it's nice when you can have the same guys around you, and you know, you can trust them. Obviously, you understand each other musically, you understand each other spiritually as well. So it's important for me to the guys that I work with. You know, I have some Scottish guys in the band, of course. Uwe Metzler also works with me sometimes, a German guy. Some Polish musicians as well now, a classical piano player called Darek Torczewski, Barbara Szelanglewicz, Alicia Shonsh on violin. I feel it's important, if you've got pretty girls in the audience, that there should also be pretty girls in the band for the audience to look at, you know, so it's a balance. And we do have, you know, Alicia and Basha are both, you know, beautiful looking girls, of course, and but more important, very talented. You know, I wouldn't have pretty girls that had no talent, that's for sure. I'm not interested in that. I think the introduction of classical musicians in my band was quite important for me. It took me in a slightly new direction. I'm always quite excited when I write and create the songs with Peter or with Uwe Metzler, and we have a basic four-piece band song together, you know, bass, drums, guitar and vocal, and then you introduce new elements to it. You know, sometimes there's analog synthesizer stuff, but when you introduce the string arrangements, the songs change a lot. You know, the new melodies are created from the string arrangements that Philip Tim, who was the arranger, created. It does something to the music, and it's a unique thing, and it's something that I can't do as a writer, because I don't create string arrangements. So it's quite exciting when I give the basic song to the string arranger and it comes back with this new feel. So I enjoy it very much. I've been doing it now for the last few years, and it seems to do something quite interesting to the music.
Real life isn't always what you want, isn't always what you need.
When I was writing with Genesis, I learned a new writing technique, and it's a technique that Genesis have been using for several years, even when Phil was the singer in the band. And basically, we created music, just pieces of music, and then I would just ad-lib, improvise. I put it on with the headphones quite loud, and I just ad-lib, I just sing the first thing that comes into my head. I tried on this album some new vocal techniques. I wanted to try and take my voice into some new areas, to not follow the same melodic paths that I would normally use when writing a song. So, you know, for example, there's a song called Rianne where I sing in falsetto, which is, you know, in my head voice, and the song musically is quite dreamy as well, so you get this falsetto voice with this kind of dreamy atmosphere musically, and it creates a real magic, you know, it's very special.
She was put on earth to complicate my life, to question each decision that I make, to be there when I feel alone at night, and when I wake, she knows every choice I make for her.
Well, you know, it's been 20 years since my first commercial release, and I've had many funny and quite embarrassing experiences over the time. I've had good experiences, obviously, reaching #1 with Stiltskin, being asked to sing with a band like Genesis. And there's also been those times on the road where, you know, I told many stories over the years. I wrote the Airport song, which is a song that I've been performing at concerts ever since, and it's very, very popular. I've never really recorded it properly, and you know, I'll play it for you.
Here I am, sitting at the airport, waiting on a plane, taking me to New York, choking on my coffee when a girl goes past us. Only funny things seem to make me laugh. Well, when I came, I didn't know that I'd be still here a week next Friday. My plane was late 'cause it's raining outside. Someone stole the engines and we're gonna have to glide. Well, I can't sit here forever, because I wanna go home. Never have I felt so bad. Well, maybe I'll just take a cab, because I think I'm going mad. Went to the bar to buy myself a beer. Met up with this guy, he'd arrived last year. I bought myself a whiskey, lit a cigarette, and said, the more you see to drink, well, the easier it gets. I guess I'm trying to tell you that if you're gonna fly, get a set of wings and kiss your ass goodbye. And when you pack your case, better pack yourself a bed, 'cause if you had a wish, you'd be wishing you were dead, baby. Well, I can't sit here forever, because I wanna go home. Never ever felt so bad. Well, maybe I'll just take a cab, because I think I'm going mad.
You know, so, and of course there are many tour stories, but we can't tell them on TV.